Hi guys, this is just going to be a quick iMovie tutorial. I noticed there wasn't too many of these on YouTube, so I thought I'd make one and show you the basics of it. Okay, the first thing to do once you've opened iMovie is to go down to this little plus button here down the bottom right of your project library and press plus. This will bring up the new project window. Just type in the name you want your project to be called. Now I usually leave these at the set settings I've got there and just click create. That's just easier in my opinion, but if you want you can choose a project theme. I think these give you little extra bits of clips you can put your bits into just to make it seem a bit more professional, but I think you can do well enough just by leaving it on the standard settings. Okay, once you're done there, just click create. This is going to add your project to your project library and also open it up like it's done here. Okay, so we'll start with the basics of adding a video. Now you'll see down here on mine I've got lots of videos already preloaded. Now this is because they take their videos straight from the iPhoto video library. Now being Apple, it likes to work together with its Apple counterparts, so that's iPhoto or iTunes for your music. So all the videos you're hoping to use in your project, just have them imported to iPhoto. I'm not going to show you how to do that because that's another video, but yeah, so once you've done all that, just select iPhoto videos from this event library. That'll bring up all your videos in iPhoto. Okay, now what you want to do is click once on anywhere in any of the videos you want to import. That'll bring up this little yellow box around the outside. This is where it's going to take the video from. So if you want a little bit more, you drag it up. If you want a little bit less, you drag it up this way or drag it more. And now the good part about this is it allows you to fine-tune exactly how much video you're going to import. So for example, if I wanted right up to the end of this plane, just before it transitions into the coast there, I'll drag it back just enough to there and drag this bit all the way to the start. Okay, that'll give me just what I want. So now I'll just simply left click and drag it up into your timeline. Okay, mismatch frame rates, don't worry too much about that, just click change, give it a second to do its thing. Okay, you'll see that's up there in the timeline. This is what your video is going to look like. So right now that is what the project looks like. A few things you can do with it now is, for example, split. So once you got the video selected, just hit spacebar anywhere. That will start the video playing. If you want to split the clip, which is like chop it in half, just hit space to stop. And now hold down Shift, Command and S. You can also go into clip up the top here and you'll find split is down there as well. So now that they're split into two clips, they're essentially two completely different videos. You can do different settings to one and leave the other as it is. Okay, so one of the benefits of splitting your clip into two pieces is it allows you to put stuff in between here. So for example, if I wanted to add some text there, press this bottom right button here, it looks like the world. That's going to give you a whole bunch of pictures, backgrounds and animatics as it called it here. So go down, these are all standards. So you want to choose, for example, I'll just pick organic. You want to drag it into the gap in between. Don't drag it onto one of the clips, that's important. Drag it in between. Now you'll see here it's added a little, almost like a clip, but it's just a picture in between. Now what you can do with that is add, for example, I'll show you transitions first. If you come down here and press the button next to the world, that'll give you a whole list of different transitions you can put in between two video clips to join them together. So for example, let's go for page curl left, and you'll notice when you hover your mouse over them, it'll show you what they're going to do to your video, like this one, see it's circles open. But anyway, so we'll drag this one just on the gap in between these two clips. Now you'll notice it's shortened the clip a little bit. That's because the other 0.5 seconds is taken up by the actual transition. So when you press space here, you'll see it's all done nice and neatly for us there. Do the same thing on the other side. We'll go for mosaic this time. Again, it shortened it by 0.5. There's the first transition, 3 seconds of picture, and the second transition. Okay, now what that's useful for is if, for example, you've got two completely different clips, you can have a little join a bit where you kind of write what's about. So I'll show you what to do there anyway. So if you come down here and press the T for text, It'll give you a whole bunch of different text options. You see you got your old Star Wars style here, and you'll see most of these actually move. So again, just the same as transitions, hovering your mouse over will show you how they move. See, that one scrolls up, that one zooms in, and we'll go for that one. So just click on it again and drag. Now drag it on top of where you want to put it on. So see here, it's highlighted this bit of the video, and you see that red line? That's exactly where the text is going to start from. So I want the text to start right from the beginning. So I'll drag that red line right to the start and click there. Now you'll see it's added it up the top here and given us the text here. So we'll type in, I don't know, plain clip 2, second line. Just click done, and that will save it as a text. Now with the text you can move it around like this, you can drag it bigger, shorter. I usually like to leave it just a few milliseconds before the transitions. This just gives you a second to kind of process the new background before the text comes on. I'll show you what that looks like. Yeah, not too bad, hey? And as I said before, that's really handy if you've got two different clips and you want a bit of a joiner, some context added in there. Okay, now the next thing is to add music. Now, as I'm sure you can probably guess, the little music symbol here is what you press. And as I said before, being an Apple program, it likes to work together with other Apple counterparts. And so in your list of like standard music here, it's going to give you an iTunes selection. So this just gives you access to your entire iTunes library, including your playlists here. And also, I suppose, if you use GarageBand, it's going to give you all the music you've made there too. So I'll just show you how to drag a clip up, for example. So you just click on any of your music, drag it up. Now this is important. Don't drag it into the open space. See how the whole thing is lit up green? What this is going to do is put the audio over the entire video. That's not what you want. You want it over just the specific clip. You can still have it over the whole lot. Just drag it onto the specific clip. So I'll drag my music onto here, for example. Yeah, so like I said before, exactly where that red line is exactly where the audio is going to come into the video. So if I wanted it to start, for example, a second or two in here, I'll drag and drop it right there. And you'll see if you chase this red line down, the green audio box has started exactly where that red line was. And now with audio, you can do exactly the same as music. You can drag it here, drag it there. Once it's selected, you can also do the same, Shift Control S, and it's going to split it as it did before. And this way you can delete half of it if you want. A few other things you can do with the audio. You can press this little cog window here, bring up audio adjustments, and this is because quite often when you drag audio on top of your video, audio is going to be a lot louder than the background music or background sounds in your actual video. So if you want to put some background music over you speaking or whatnot, it's going to be way too loud. So go into your little audio editor here and drag the volume down. Now this works the same way around. If the audio is way too quiet, you can drag it up above 100%, and this just amplifies it all the way up to 500% if you want. So if this were a normal video, I'd probably drag the music down to around 25. Also fade in, fade out. This just means when the music starts, it starts off quiet and builds up. So you can set them both to manual, and I would usually drag them to around 1 second. That just gives you a 1 second bring in, 1 second lead out of the music. Just click done. You can also, I don't know, enhance it with all these things you can have a play around with by yourself. Okay, last few things I'll show you. First of which is adding a picture into your video. So you'll see down here, there's a little picture of a camera. Press on that, and that's going to give you all your pictures from iPhoto. I've just got one of a brick wall to show you. So you want to grab that and drag it. And now you want to drag it into the actual video. Now once again, the red line is exactly where the picture is going to start from. So I want to start from right there, let it go. Now it's going to give you a whole list of different options. So what you want to do is just go down to picture in picture. What that's done here is put the picture of the brick wall directly in the video. So now you're free to do what you want. You can move it around, you can resize it bigger and smaller, do whatnot, and just click done when you finish there. Now the same as all the other audio and stuff, you can drag it along, you can make it bigger and smaller, and you can also delete it. So I'll delete that, and now I'll show you video in video. This is quite good if you want to I don't know, like you're on camera and you want to show another video popping up next to you, just go back down to your timeline here where all your videos are, select the spot you want to pop up smaller, and then drag that again on top of the other video. Now again, it's going to give you all these options, actually a few more this time. You'll notice green screen and blue screen. That's because iMovie actually supports green screen and blue screen, so if you know what that is, I won't get into that now because that's a whole other tutorial by itself. But yeah, you can actually do that with iMovie. Okay, again, go picture in picture. That will pop it up exactly the same as it did with the picture before, and you can do exactly the same with it. Only difference is it's actually going to move. So if we play the video from there, it'll pop up in the corner. Okay, now when you want to export this video or save it as one video file that doesn't require iMovie to play, scroll up here and click on Share. Now you can choose your YouTube, Facebook, CNN, whatnot, but what I usually just do is go down to Export Movie. This will bring up this window here, and this is quite good because it shows you down here. You can choose the size you want to export it in. Now if you filmed in 1080, you can go all the way down and choose 1080. But if you filmed in less, there is no point in choosing 720 because it's still, and while it might say it's 720, it's still only going to be whatever you filmed it in. And the other good thing about this too is it gives you a list of all the Apple products that format will work with. For example, if you've got an old iPod, it's only going to work if you select medium quality. And if you've got an iPhone, it's going to work all the way up to 720. And if you've got an Apple TV, while I'm pretty sure this is referring to the old Apple TVs, because I'm pretty sure the currents can play it all the way up to 1080p, but according to this, Apple TV can only play either medium or large. Large being 960 by 540, and the Apple computers can play all the way up to 1080. Now I'll just choose 720 for an example and just click Export. Now depending on the speed of your computer, this could take a very long time, also depending on the length of your video. If you go up to a 10-minute high-definition video, expect an hour wait. Just because this is only 30 seconds, it's only going to take a minute. I'm just going to cancel that. Okay, so I think that's just about all the basics I can show you. I might make a more in-detail video later on, but for now, that should get you started. So anyway, I hope you've learned something from this. If you want to leave me a comment below if I've missed out anything, or just leave me some feedback if you like, I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, thanks for watching.